An ace arrested by Jacksonville Beach police around midnight.
So Yungeen Ace has long been known in Jacksonville.
And the bustling city of Jacksonville, a local rapper known as Yungeen Ace found himself in hot water when he was taken into custody by the Jacksonville Beach Police Department right around the stroke of midnight. This incident marked a significant turning point in his career and personal life, as it highlighted the ongoing scrutiny he had been under from law enforcement. For quite some time, Yungeen Ace had been a prominent figure in the Jacksonville music scene, drawing attention not just for his lyrics and performances, but also for his associations and activities that raised eyebrows among authorities. Officials from the police force have openly stated that they keep a close watch on him and the groups he's connected to, with dedicated personnel assigned to monitor their movements and behaviors constantly. This level of surveillance suggests a deep-seated concern about potential criminal involvement or threats to public safety emanating from these circles. In a casual conversation captured in the narrative, there's a snippet where individuals seem to be discussing mundane tasks like heading to the bank or grabbing a camera to take pictures, interspersed with affirmations of being in a good position. This contrasts sharply with the heavier news that followed, the announcement that Yungeen Ace was calling off all his upcoming tour dates for the month. Speculation ran rampant about the reasons behind this sudden cancellation. Some believed it was a strategic move by Ace himself, perhaps to prepare for impending legal troubles from federal investigators, while others thought it was the authorities' way of squeezing his financial resources in anticipation of a court battle. Yungeen Ace himself voiced his frustrations publicly, questioning why the Jacksonville police seemed so intent on interfering with his professional engagements. He pointed out that he doesn't even reside in Jacksonville anymore, yet they persistently contact venues and promoters to shut down his shows, effectively cutting off his income streams. He lamented how this pattern extended beyond local boundaries, citing instances where performances in places like Tampa, Virginia, and Gainesville were also canceled at the last minute. This ongoing harassment, as he described it, felt like a deliberate attempt to disrupt his life and livelihood, despite his claims of not bothering anyone or engaging in conflicts. The root of this intensified pressure appears tied to an active investigation surrounding the tragic death of another rapper, Julio. Evidence has surfaced suggesting that Yungeen Ace may have indirect connections to the incident, including the sending of a meme to one of the suspect's phones, a figure allegedly involved in carrying out the act against Julio. During legal proceedings, prosecutors presented a photograph extracted from a suspect's cell phone, dated just one day after the event, depicting a bottle of Don Julio tequila. Detectives interpreted this as a deliberate taunt or insult directed at Julio, given the symbolic resonance with his name. Such details provided what authorities considered substantial grounds to publicly name Yungeen Ace in their statements, warning that they were closing in on him and that accountability was imminent. Further complicating matters, investigations revealed affiliations between the perpetrators and rival groups opposed to Julio's circle. The shooters were identified as members or associates of factions known as ATK and 1200, while Julio himself was linked to the 6 Block group. Law enforcement pieced together that these opposing sides, ATK and 1200, had collaborated in targeting Julio as part of a long-standing feud that has plagued Jacksonville streets. A web of evidence, including various coincidences and direct ties, pointed fingers back at Yungeen Ace, fueling his apparent panic. In response, he took to social media, tweeting that the ATK affiliation was a thing of the past, declaring it dissolved and over. He followed up with an Instagram video where he distanced himself from gang-related issues, emphasizing that there was no more ATK, and criticizing those who talk big but fail to act when it matters, especially regarding financial obligations or real confrontations. His words came across as a frantic effort to sever ties and avoid further entanglement. This public disavowal, however, may have backfired. In a notable interview with DJ Academics, Yungeen Ace was directly confronted with accusations of involvement in Julio's demise. When asked point-blank if he had a hand in it, Ace responded with an unsettling laugh before denying any role, insisting he was focused on his work, family, and building his career. He claimed people often attribute various misdeeds to him without basis, portraying himself as a grinder dedicated to success rather than street drama. Yet, this reaction only amplified the spotlight on him, especially amid an ongoing probe. Police officials reinforced their stance, with the Jacksonville sheriff issuing a pointed message to Yungeen Ace and his associates following the apprehension of individuals linked to Julio's hit. They reiterated that Ace was well known in the area, under constant surveillance, and that while they might not have an active case at that precise moment, deferring to Tampa authorities for specifics, he couldn't navigate Jacksonville without their awareness. This monitoring, they argued, served the greater good of community safety. Delving deeper into the timeline of events leading to Julio's untimely end, the police reports painted a vivid picture of how the day unfolded. Julio Fulio, born on June 21, 1998, fell victim to a calculated ambush by rivals while in Tampa. What was intended as a joyous birthday celebration turned into a nightmare. Julio and his entourage had rented an Airbnb for the occasion, and in his excitement, he shared the location on Instagram, inviting fans and friends to join a pool party starting around 5 or 6 p.m. He urged people to DM him or his booking account for the address, posting videos of their arrival and setup in Tampa, encouraging everyone to show up. The gathering at the Airbnb was lively but short-lived, lasting only about 2 hours. Julio documented parts of it online, showing himself enjoying drinks and mingling with attendees. Unbeknownst to him, his adversaries were already mobilizing, plotting their move. Julio's habit of frequently updating his location on social media proved to be a critical error, handing his enemies real-time intelligence on his whereabouts. The party came to an abrupt halt when a noise complaint prompted police intervention. They contacted the property owner, who then evicted the group. Undeterred, Julio sought to continue the festivities elsewhere. He posted an image of a club advertisement, complete with the venue's address, signaling his next destination. Inside the club, he shared more content, boasting about the large turnout and the vibrant atmosphere, describing how his crew was deep and the energy was high everywhere they went. This extended window allowed his rivals ample time to reconnaissance the location and observe the group from afar. Adding to the intrigue, a street figure emerged claiming affiliation with Young and Ace's circle, asserting that Ace had incentivized the hit with a $10,000 bounty. This individual boasted of being the one who carried out the act on Julio during his birthday event, citing loyalty to Ace and the ATK group. He explained that Julio's persistent provocations had worn thin, necessitating action. The timing of the incident on the 23rd of the month held apparent significance for the perpetrators, though specifics remain murky. As the night wound down, Julio and his team congregated in the club's parking lot before heading to a nearby Holiday Inn arranged by his manager for overnight accommodations. While waiting outside for the rooms to be sorted, they chatted casually. Suddenly, 2 vehicles arrived carrying Julio's rivals. Armed assailants emerged, unleashing a hail of gunfire. 3 primary attackers focused on locating and eliminating Julio, navigating obstacles like bushes to access the parking lot. Surveillance footage captured the chaos at 4:38 a.m., showing the trio approaching and firing upon Julio with handguns, resulting in his death. The assault also wounded 3 others from his group, who fortunately survived. Rather than maintaining discretion, Young and Ace appeared unfazed by the speculation. Media outlets reported that he released a diss track aimed squarely at Julio shortly after the incident, twisting lyrics from one of Julio's own songs as a macabre remix. In Julio's track, When I See You, he rapped about a birthday outing turning deadly with 4 hit and 3 perishing in the worst way, tying it to ongoing disses and the number 23. Young and Ace echoed this in his response, altering it to describe 4 in a car with 1 gone and 3 injured, a direct nod to the events. Associates of Ace, including A Close Ally, amplified this by reposting an old tweet from King Von declaring game over. We won stupid, underscoring a sense of victory. Even more brazenly, authorities uncovered a live stream featuring Young and Ace alongside his mother, where they joked and laughed about Julio's fate, dismissing concerns with casual banter. This behavior prompted further fallout, including reports that Julio's mother had been targeted in a shooting incident, sustaining 8 wounds. As a non-involved civilian, a nurse by profession, she reportedly identified Young and Ace as responsible when questioned by police. At the time, Ace was under some form of supervised release, leading authorities to contact his probation officer and summon him for potential violations, nearly resulting in his incarceration over the allegation.